Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group D4, Analysis Pharmaceutical Dosage Form, from Program Study of Pharmacy, Universitas Islam Indonesia, would like to present how to do orange that correlate with chemometric study. First of all, I would like to introduce our team members. There are Ilya, Marsya, Rohila, Syafira Tri Nurmalasari, and Yasmin Awalia. What is chemometric? Chemometric is a chemical discipline that uses mathematical, statistical, and other methods employing formal logic to design or select optimal measurement procedures and experiments. The purpose is to provide maximum relevant chemical information by analyzing chemical data.
The types of calibration in chemometric are univariate and multivariate. The univariate only consists of one substance and use one dependent parameter, and for the multivariate consists of several substances and use lots of dependent variables. For the parameters, there are four parameters that influence the chemometric. First is peak height, and then peak area, and the third is peak height ratio, and the last is peak area ratio.
So in this time, we will use orange software to do the qualitative analysis. What is the orange software? So orange software is open source data visualization, machine learning, and data mining toolkit. It features a visual programming front end for explorative data analysis and also interactive data visualization. Orange software can analyze both qualitative and also quantitative data. Orange allows us to show a data table and select features, and read the data, compare learning algorithm and trend predictors, and also visualize the data.
In chemometric, we can use Orange app to analyzing the data. So there are three data that we need to analyze. The first one is calibration data, and then validation data, and sample data. Now we will analyze the calibration data. So first we need to add file, and then we click twice on the file. We need to add the data. Choose the calibration data that you already get. After that, we make sure the name in the classification is categorical type, and for the concentration and all the numbers in a numeric type. Then we can rename the file into calibration data, or you can use any kind of term that you wanna use. Next, we add select column. So in the select column, we will categorize the data, add into the file. So we need to connect from the file or the calibration dataset into the select column. This is in the select column. For the name, we place it in the meters, and the concentration and all the numbers in feature. Add a data table. In the data table, we can see all the data in the table. So we need to make a link between select column and the data table. So this is the data table, so we can see all the drugs name, the classification, the concentration in the table. Okay, after that we add several models. So the model is will be visualize the data. There are many kind of models that we can use, so you can use any kind of models, and you can use one or more than two models. For this example, we use 4 models. The models are random forest, and then logistic regression, and then naive Bayes, and the last one is neural network. After we add all the models, then we add test and score. So the test and score will be connecting between the data and all the models. After we connecting the data table and the test score, we connecting the test score to each models. You can connecting one by one or connecting all the models at the same time. After that, we need to wait the data running until 100%. It will be takes more time, so we need to wait. After the running is done, and then we can add confusion matrix. We can make a link between test and score and the confusion matrix, so the data that's already visualized by the model will be show up in the confusion matrix too. This is the display in the confusion matrix, so we can see each models that which one be visualized or analyze the data better. We can know the models that can be analyze the data better by see the CF value. So in this case, the random forest has the highest CF value. So then we can conclude that random forest is the better model that analyze the data. We also can see in the confusion matrix that random forest has better model to analyze the data. For the dexamethasone, there are 13 data that can analyze, phenylbutazone 12 and paracetamol 11. After that, we click select misclassified, and then we can add data table. So we already click select misclassified, so the data that we already click will be show up in the data table.
After we analyze the calibration dataset, we analyze the validation dataset. The first one, we can add the file, and then we select the file, which is the file is validation dataset, and then reload to make sure that the data that we use is validation dataset. And then please make sure that the name and the classification is categorical for the type. And then don't forget to rename the file with validation dataset. And then we add the select column, and we make the line from the validation dataset into select column. And then we can open the select column and see that the name is in the target, and then the classification is in the metas, and for the concentration and also the number in the features. Then we add the data table, and we make the line from the select column into data table. In the data table, we can see the detail of each drug in this analysis. For example, is phenylbutazone, paracetamol, and other drug. And then we add the prediction. After that, we can add or make line from the data table into prediction, and don't forget to make the line from the model which has highest accuracy into prediction. And then we can continue with analysis the data sample.
The last stage is to identify the unknown sample. First, add the file, and then input data 1, which is data sample that we will identify, and then open. After that, click reload and ensure name and concentration is categorical type with green symbols, and then click cancel. After that, we need to rename the file with sample data 1. After that, add select column on the right and down side of select data 1. After that, Connect the sample data 1 with select column. After that, click select column twice and ensure name is on the target column and classification and concentration is on the metas column. After that, click close. And then add data sample. I mean data table. After that, we need to connect the select column with data table. And then sample data 1. If we click data table twice, we still couldn't identify the sample. So we need to add more prediction. And then connect the prediction with data table and random forest, which is the model with the highest value of CA or highest accuracy. If we done, click the prediction twice and then we could get the sample. We could identify the sample, which is the sample 1 is phenylbutazone, sample 2, 3, and 4 is paracetamol, and the last sample or sample 5 is dexamethasone. That's all from us. Thank you for your attention. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.